Okay. So when it comes to data warehouse, what is a data warehouse? What is the difference between a OLTP system and a OLAP system? A basic concepts. Okay, what the concepts that are just required to start with your OBAWE, not in-depth concepts. Okay, not cubes and all. At least till OLAP concepts like how your data warehouse is designed, how it is daily loaded using your OLTP systems, and how the data is stored. Okay, so all those concepts we will see, and we will see the differences of your OLTP and OLAP systems. Okay, what is an OLTP system? What is a OLAP system? And how, which is more efficient for your reporting? Or your, yeah, which is more efficient for your reporting? We will discuss all those things. Okay. So how OLTP is designed in based on what scenarios OLTP and OLAP has come up. Okay. All those things we will discuss. Then different types of OLAP flavors. There are various flavors, like are various types of OLAP technologies available, OLAP concepts available. Okay, so we'll see how each and every OLAP system helps us in making a reporting. Okay, so all this. So let me start with the bookish definition of data warehouse. So when we say a data warehouse always we say subject oriented, time variant, non-volatile and integrated system, right? So what does this mean actually? So when it comes to data warehouse, we call databases, we call data warehouses, we call OLTP systems, we call OLAP systems. There is a lot of terminology. Why can't we call everything as just a database, not OLTP, not OLAP or anything? So let me give a basic idea. Okay. So transportation can be done in multiple ways, by car, by bike, or by this one. So which is more efficient for you, right? So to get your job done, if it is a single person, right? You prefer a bike or you prefer car. When there is a huge data set or huge data load, you prefer a bigger vehicle. Similar way, and this can accommodate because bus is designed in that way, right? Similarly, to carry huge load with it, data warehouse is designed. Your OLTP is also a database where your OBI can still do reporting. OBI is a dumb tool. It doesn't know to report on OLTP or OLAP. All it needs is a table, a connection, right? So it can do reporting on any system. OLTP system, OLAP system, you use both. You use OLTP systems also. Okay. But how efficient you take decision? A user is coming to you asking for a report which is of 10-year-old, 2005 data he want. There was a product which was obsolete on the in that year. He want to see the statistics of that product. If I relaunch that product, can I go ahead in the market? Right? So if he want to take a decision, no OLTP systems maintain 10 year of data. One thing, right? No OLTP system is designed to maintain old data. Any OLTP system is for real-time transaction processing. Right? When you go to Flipkart, Amazon, IRCTC, any other website, you make an order. All these are order management systems. Okay, you go to ATM. Okay, banking transactions. Anything which happens on day-to-day basis should be handled by your OLTP databases, which are more complex, have are more indexed, because it should have it should for faster access. It should accommodate multiple DML operations, right? In warehouse, once you enter data, we will not allow you to delete data. Anyway, you should make delete flag is equal to y or n. You won't delete a record completely until and otherwise it is stored by users. Okay. Mostly it is read access to any user. Whereas your OLTP systems, you can go ahead delete a record, go ahead cancel a record, go ahead make it rejected or keep it in open status, anything, right? So your OLTP systems are designed to help your real-time transactions. Okay. So obviously, if you are doing this, now I should have more number of bikes, not a bus, right? So whenever I ask something to happen, it should happen faster. So I have more number of objects in my database. Obviously, the complexity increases. So when I want to integrate them or when I want to bring them together. So suppose say, for example, there is an entity called as contact. So this is a real world entity, contact. Contact may include any person information, right? Your contact details in your source systems will have different tables because generally your OLTP systems are normalized at third normalization form. When you come with your database concepts, you have first normalization form where each and every table should have independent entities. Second thing, functional dependency should be removed like this. So you have third normalization form, fourth normalization, Bayesian normalization form, sixth normalization form. So no need to know in detail. Third normalization form is enough. And for as a data warehouse developer, you need not to have any idea on normalization forms. It is just for understanding how OLTP systems are designed. So just for contact, you may have tables like this. Suppose say I have a table called contact, yes contact underscore x, yes contact xm. So I am giving an example of a Cbel source system, which is a front end system. Okay, Cbel, I think you guys will be familiar. It's our Oracle product, and yes, it was Cbel Analytics. Cbel was a different thing. Cbel Analytics is for reporting. Cbel is for front end. Okay, there are Cbel call center application, pharma application, like this. So for each front end application, suppose for a single table you have like this: yes contact, x contact x, x contact xm. Okay, yes addr. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes address per. So this contact just stores row ID and contact first name last name. This contact text has apartment details, building address per table has this address details of your contact. So each and every detail is separately stored to accommodate your, see, when a particular contact is creating an order, you don't need all the details. If it is an existing contact, only that contact and the order number is enough for us. You don't need of any address or anything. But when it comes to reporting, it is more denormalized. You don't have so many tables. You will have something called as W person D. Now in the latest OBI apps, it is called as W party per D. Okay. So what are these tables? Now, see, this data warehousing concept didn't start today. It was an older concept. It started somewhere in 60s, right? Almost 50 plus years. So day to day basis, like all the organizations, they came up with set of standard rules, set of flexibilities for data warehouse, right? So from beginning, for various OLTP systems, see when people say Oracle BI apps, BI apps. So what is BI apps exactly? And they say Oracle apps. Oracle apps is for front end applications. When you say you are starting a new business, even though if you are starting a new business, it should fall under a certain category. Now all the businesses are categorized. You are starting a hotel, hospitality. You are starting a bank, banking and financial management, right? You are starting an shopping mall, right? Different industry domain, like this. So each and every business has got its own domain. For each domain, the major organizations have got databases. Like if it is front end, they have front end databases. If it is warehouse, they have BA apps, BA applications, right? So there is no pain for us in starting and creating with right, create table name, create. You should not be such intelligent to design all the tables what you want. So even frameworks, everything are being built. If you take Cbel or if you take SAP applications, all the frameworks are ready. The only thing you guys need is customization, right? For customization, you add few new tables, add enhance your existing tables. That's it, right? So that's a different concept. Okay, when it comes to OLTP and OLAP, the thing I wanted to say is your OLTP systems have more number of objects when it is compared with your data warehouses. Generally, in a small medium application, you will have around 3000 to 4000 OLTP tables. So if it is a small application, suppose say CML call center, we will have around 3000 to 4000 tables that should be supporting all the functionalities of the application. Okay. But in warehouse, take any warehouse, any major warehouse for e-pharma or for call center or for any other application, you have 1200 plus tables, and hardly real time that I have seen using is 200, not more than this. Maximum all the data will be accommodated in this. This 1200 tables can support any application, whereas set of those tables you will use for your business, not more than that. So if it is call center, mostly it is service request. Your primary entity is service request. If it is Flipkart or anything else, e-retail business, it is order. So W order dimension, W order fact. Okay, if it is pharma, activities, W activity F is a driving table, like this. For this, you will have corresponding OLTP tables. See, all the data is loaded from your OLTP system only. Data warehouse cannot directly create a new set of records, or it cannot take data from anything. All the thing it needs a source. But for OLTP system, source itself is a user. They manually enter, they manually type, they create a record, right? But whatever is being created there is being migrated to your data warehouse for decision making, right? So all these things, how do you handle? So when there is a OLTP system, right? I told my data warehouse is designed as a subject oriented, time variant, non-volatile system, integrated system. So what is integrated system first? For example, uh, for a particular organization, okay, suppose that there are 100 stores across the world. There, there can be a standard application for order management. Okay, so everyone are using SAP database. They are storing records in that. Okay, they are keeping it, and they are going to plan. They are planning to go with OBIW for reporting. So front end is SAP database. They are planning to go with Oracle data warehouse so that they can. Even OBI can do reports on Teradata or SAP DW or DB2 anything. But suppose they want to go with the Oracle data warehouse. So who will do this job of conversion? There should be a middleware kind of thing, right? So here your Informatica or your ETL process comes into picture. You may have any source system. You may have flat files. Order related information is in SAP. Suppose product related information is maintained in an Excel sheet. Not many products. Only 100 products are there. It is maintained in an Excel sheet. And you want to integrate everything as a single data warehouse. So you use your ETL. So that is why I call it as a integrated. You may have multiple types of sources, but everything is brought into a common format called data warehouse. Okay. And when I say time variant, okay, so in your data warehouse, you store data up to 10 years or 5 years based on your client requirement. So data keeps changing with your time. Okay. So 3 years, 5 years. So data will keep getting changed, right? And you will never remove any data until and otherwise it is required. Suppose client says I don't want data more than 10 years. So 10-year old data you can take a backup, you can store it in a different place, but you need not to maintain it in your warehouse tables and use it for reporting. And I say non-volatile, non-volatile clearly says you can't delete it. Okay, mostly it will be read. When I say subject oriented, finance, HR, call center, non-volatile, no deletion. Okay. Volatile is like it will go up. Volatile is fastly evaporated, right? So petrol, you say it most volatile liquid, right? So when you say most volatile, it goes up, but it is a non-volatile system, right? You will never allow anything to get deleted, right? Right? Like this. Now, when I say definition and when I say about OLTP systems, there should be few differences of your OLTP and OLAP systems, right? There will be not only few, there will be lot of differences. When I say both are used for your, the concept is same. Both are stored in, see, Oracle database is also there, Oracle data warehouse is also there. But what is the difference? Right? The way it helps your application differs. Warehouse is for decision making. Your OLTP systems are for your transaction support. Right? Like this. Now let me just take you through the PPT. Okay, what we discussed. The same thing. Data warehouse is subject oriented, integrated, time variant, non-volatile collection of data. When I say integrated, from multiple sources and diverse formats. Diverse sources includes SAP, Oracle, mainframes, flat files, everything. And diverse formats, XML format, CSV data, HTML data, anything. If you are able to convert, you can convert and get into your data warehouse like this. Subject oriented, it is distributed like sales data, marketing data, financial data. So obviously we call each part as a data mart. Everything is a data warehouse itself. It's a logical separation, that's it. It's a logical naming. You call everything as a subject oriented. So in OBI also, when you create service request subject area, activity subject area, everything is just from a data warehouse only. Just based on your convenience and based on your fact tables, you create a subject area. So that we call it as a subject oriented system. So mainly you target on a particular area of business. Okay. Time variant. Time variant, the data warehouse represents the flow. Historical data is kept in your data warehouse, so it is all the data from month to years. So many number of years is maintained, we call it as a time variant system. So non-volatile, obviously, data will never be removed. So what is an OLTP system? An OLTP system is an application that modifies data and has large number of concurrent users. So when you open a Flipkart application, when you book a particular product, right? In India, everyone can use it, not just you, right? And will Flipkart give you their business statistics to any user? No. Who will use that? Only people who are in Flipkart and who are, suppose, for Bangalore manager, Hyderabad manager, regional manager, South Zone manager, North Zone manager, only these guys will use reporting. It may be SAP business objects or Oracle business intelligence or a Tableau or anything. Number of users is always very limited with respect to reporting tools. When it comes to OLTP systems, it should support lakhs, crores. In case if it is India, it should obviously support crores of transactions on daily basis, right? Like this. And how your OLTP systems are designed, it should have load balancing, because one server cannot accommodate it. Hundreds of servers, right? With huge capabilities, so much RAM, right? Maintenance is obviously high. But for all this data, you can just get it to a data warehouse. You can use it for your reporting purpose, like this. Okay. So what is a OLAP? Online analytical processing system. A OLAP database is generally aggregated historical data stored in multi-dimensional schemas. Okay, so same thing. We will see all this happens. Okay, generally this is denormalized. There is no concept of normalization following all your database OLTP concepts. Like you need not to split the table and you need not to maintain atomicity and all this. All this you don't care here. Main thing is bring all relevant data into a single entity. If you say person, bring everything into W person dimension, okay, or a related fact. Keep everything in a single place so that when you want, you can use it. Okay, like that. So let us see basic differences of your OLTP systems and OLAP systems for each thing. So orientation, mainly your OLTP is for your transaction supporting. whereas OLAP is for your analysis support. So when you say analysis support, it should support your business decision. There is no point in just designing a data warehouse which can give you reports, right? There is no meaning of your reports. When you are hardly any major application will have 250 to 1000. It will be like a medium complex application, 250 to 500 or 750 reports. When I say only 250 report, do we need to take so much effort when there are only 250 reports? Yes, because each report is more valuable, right? Each report can change your business. You without your warehouse, you can start off any business without warehouse is not mandatory. Your OLTP system is mandatory. If you are starting an organization, if you want to track any order or anything, your OLTP is compulsory, right? You will start off with your OLTP systems, but down the line after 2 years you don't know. MD or chairman is sitting in India, Bangalore. He started his operations in Brazil, North America, and many parts of the world. He want to see in a report country-wise sales. Who will give this data to him on daily basis? Will a representative from each country come on daily basis? Not possible. And can OLTP, they do a reporting on this OLTP systems? Not more than 1 year data they will maintain. Because users will face lot of issues. They will say, it is taking 5 minutes to load your order screen. Why should I order? Obviously, all these types of questions come, right? So even though if you go to a two different sites, one is slower and one is faster, which one you prefer with same price? Obviously now the market is like almost every website or every store is giving just with very minor 1% 2% price difference, but faster. And what you, as a customer, what you look at, you look at a good service and faster way of response, and all these things are different. So no one is checking the price, mostly it is the convenient and the trust, right? So to maintain that, obviously your websites and your transaction systems should be fast, right? Okay. So all this, so always your OLTP systems are designed for your transaction, whereas OLAP for your analysis or your decision. And users will be, OLTP system users will be everyone. Like users, you need not to have a specialized user like knowledge workers. OLAP we mentioned it as knowledge workers who have a basic idea of their business. Will any Navy user or a new user have any idea of Amazon business? No. What all you want is a product. I'll go order it. Am I really worried about which area is performing, which area is not performing, which product is moving, which vendor is giving me more profit? All this, am I worried? No, I don't have any knowledge on Amazon business, right? So mostly your OLAP users will be professionals or company users who have complete idea on their business, right? Like this. Function is to support day-to-day operation. This is for decision support. Data, it stores current data, whereas OLAP stores all the historical data. View, suppose say when I say current and historical, you will have an idea. Like suppose in Flipkart, I am using Flipkart past 5 years. So in my transaction system, whatever a new order is created, that is enough for me. I don't even care. They will have old orders also. But all this information is stored in your warehouse only. If they keep storing your old data also in the current system, your OLTP system itself, it is very difficult for them to maintain data. To maintain data for any organization, it is a challenging job. Now creation of data in nowadays is very easy, because on day-to-day basis terabytes in so much of data is flowing into all the systems when you compare in the world total. But who stores it and properly processes it for future generations will only stand in the market. See, many companies start and many companies close in the middle. Only few run in a longer run, even though they have some loss or anything. Why? They know that in 2005 they might have seen a peak stage. Their sales might have gone with a particular product. Suzuki sales were down. Suzuki Gixxer 160cc or this one 180cc segment, again sales went high. Suzuki uses OBI. So like this. So they can foresee they can compare their business past many years, not just 1 year or 2 years. They can see past many years, and they will have a hope on a particular product. If it is just OLTP, go and deliver a particular product, gone. Then your OLTP system will never care for your business decision support. So your OLAP system is so flexible enough, it gives complete idea of your business. Okay, so all this. So recently, one of our client went with two new products into market. Okay, so they will always ask reporting. So they have their business is around in 30 countries. It's a pharma client. Okay, so they will always track. There are two products released for diabetes. Okay, so they got permission from the Ministry of Drugs. So they went live in South America somewhere, Brazil and one more place, and they didn't go live in anywhere. So they will check the performance there in those two countries first. How doctor recommends that to patient. Okay, we will take everything. We will track. Then our OBE will give reports to the business on a daily basis. So once it is proper, they will take a decision whether to go with that product in the other regions or to start with one more product. So everything will be tracked only using your OBAWE. Okay, like not only OBAWE, any reporting tool like that. Okay. So summarize data, DB design, application subject oriented, unit of work, short and simple transaction. Here it involves complex queries. Access both read and write. Here mostly read operation. Why you should have OLTP read write access is it continuously should support DML operations, which is the right, like insert, update, delete. Okay, all this it should support, not just. So mostly data warehouse it will be insert, or it will be select. That's it. No updations will happen through ETL. Deletions very minimal. Okay, so mostly it will be select only. Select access will be given to any user. Okay, who are working. So focus number of records. So in OLTP obviously it will be very less. So when a particular user logs in, he will be only worried about with his record or his data. But in OLAP we'll have millions of records because each and everything is dumped there. Okay, number of users will be in thousands or lakhs or millions, anything. Okay, whereas for OLAP systems hardly in hundreds. Hardly, if it is a major application, hardly I can see is for our client I am seeing 2300 people. Okay, I don't know if there is any major application. I think there will be around 5600, not maximum, not more than 10,000. I don't think so. There so many reporting users will be there. No one will even care, right? No company would have got so many number of managers and all, right? So obviously reporting will be only given to, if it is pharma, they will give to each sales rep also. So sales rep and managers, all the people, it comes to 2300 or 3000 for our client. Okay, so like that. So not more people will be having access to your OLAP systems. DB size obviously will be less, because if the DB size is getting increased, your performance will reduce. So it is inversely proportional. But your OLAP systems will have huge storage. Okay, not only 100 GB to terabyte, even a single table can go to 100 GB. So the W service request I mentioned, if it is a call center application, one table itself will go to 50 GB, 60 GB. It will keep getting increased yearly basis. 10 GB will get increased. So like that, one table itself can go to 100 GB like that. So priority is high performance, OLAP systems, high flexibility for reporting. Metric, transaction throughput and query throughput. How much time your query took to generate a particular report is main headache for any developer or report developer. We take a query, fine tune it. Our main target is always on tuning the queries, because any report will take more time when it comes with data warehouse. Okay, there are a lot of in-memory tools, but even there, the data size is restricted in QlikView and all other tools, Tableau and all. It cannot accommodate huge sets of data. QlikView, I think 1 TB something they will keep, and everything they should model in that way. If a new different type of design is coming, QlikView cannot handle it. There is some different. It's used for a different concept. It is like up to your client how he want to use it. Okay, so a lot of cars are there. It is up to you which car to pick, like that. So it is your flexibility. Okay. So what is the need for data warehousing? So all this time we were discussing, right? So better business intelligence, reduction in time to locate, access, and analyze information, consolidation of disparate information sources, different information sources, strategic advantage over your competitors. Okay. So if you think that a particular product is not performing, either you have to fine tune it, you have to change your product, or you have to stop sending it to the market. You have to take a particular decision, right? You cannot just send a product, spend a lot of time and energy on producing that product, all right, like that. So replacement of order, less response decision support systems, reduction in demand on information systems to generate reports. So all these things. Okay, so it can answer multiple type of questions. What is sales distribution region wise? Which of my sales agent is doing better? What is defaulters profile? Who are my profitable customers? Various business questions. Everything can be answered by your data warehouse, right? So choosing a reporting tool is not wise. Going with a better warehouse design is a wise thing, because any tool can give you reporting, right? Any tool can do that. It is up to client. Like if Oracle is giving a cheaper cost, they will go with OBAWE, because Tableau licensing is 3 times costlier than OBAWE. Okay, so obviously client can't offer it. Number of users are more. They have to go with a product which is a cheaper cost, right? I can give everyone iPhone 6 and I can give everyone Samsung Galaxy, which is better for me. Than iPhone 6, I can go with Samsung Galaxy. Both are doing my job, like that. So instead of buying more licenses of Tableau, I can go with OBAW and spend my cost, right? Like that. So this is not a major thing. The main thing is how you design your warehouse and how you take your reports from that warehouse. Even without reporting also, if tables are there, you can write your select query, generate, right? But how fast you generate a report is very important. How nicely you store your data is very important. Alright. So for that reason, designing your warehouse is very, very important. Even for this, what happens? Your BI apps. So Oracle has come up with BI apps. Now latest version is, there is some newer version has come up, some 10.1 something. But latest version what we are using is 7964. Okay. So 7964 version. So what is BI apps? BI apps is a package of your warehouse. Warehouse includes your data warehouse schemas. If you tell I am having a pharma business, right? They will give you set of tables. Please go ahead and create all these tables in your database. So it is a data warehouse. Now to load these warehouse tables, you need to have a ETL repository which runs mappings and workflows, right? So this ETL is also supplied. These mappings and workflows are also supplied by your Oracle. Okay, for pharma is different, for call center is different, for e-retail it is different, for insurance it is different, information media it is different. For each and every application it is different, because your priorities change with the business. E-retail order is very important for you. Call center service request is very important for you. Like this, your priorities change with business. So obviously your mappings, your workflows, those are designed also will change. But warehouse tables will remain the same mostly. You need not to create any new columns. Mostly warehouse designs will remain the same. Now ETL is ready. This one is ready. Source system can be anything. They have given you. You should say your source system also. Again, if it is Oracle apps, they have set of mappings, because your source tables and all will be there, right? Different. Your SAP, they will give set of different mappings. But you can directly take it as a package, buy it as a package. Okay. So BI apps. And they will give you OBIE repository also. If you say pharma thing, they will give you OBIE repository. Okay. You can customize on that. Generally, there will be something called core where they have given. On top of that, you can customize whatever you want. Okay. Even repository is ready. Okay. Like this. So, your BI apps is readily available, built by experts, okay, not just by us. So on daily basis, when they have foreseen all these difficulties in designing your warehouses, right? So they have designed set of tables, mappings and everything. So mostly 80% of the cases, only this will occur, right? So for that reason, they have given standard set of tables and everything, and they have given Informatica ETL mappings and everything. So we call it as a BI app system. So everything you can use it for your reporting purpose. Okay. So Why data warehouse? Why not OLTP? Can answer your question. Okay, so benefits of your data warehouse: flexible information access, high availability, quality and completeness of data. You can't expect quality data in your OLTP system because it cannot tell you, it cannot solve all your questions. And one more thing is, the same query for the same information that I want. Suppose I want person, what product he is recommending, and how many number of customers are there. Suppose if I want this information, suppose if I run the same query in OLTP systems, it may take 1 hour or 2 hours for whole time. But still it can only give me 1 year data, even though after taking 1 hour. Sorry. But in warehouse, the same data what I requested will come in 1 or 2 minutes, right? But and one more thing is, it can give me 10-year data. So throughout 10 years, I can look at how a particular customer or how particular doctor is recommending a particular product, right? Okay. So how to build data warehouses and all, we don't care, because if you are a OBI developer, you will not be mostly creating any warehouse table or anything. Your job is take the built table, start reporting on that. So for that, designing your RPD and creating your reports is more than enough. Okay. What happened? This. Okay. Okay. So there are few terms and definitions with respect to your databases or warehouse and common terminology. So what is a data dictionary? Data dictionary is metadata of your data. So you do something called select star from all tables, select star from all underscore IND underscore column, all indices columns, select star from all underscore indices. So all these are your dictionary tables. So using those tables, select R underscore tables will give you list of all the tables available in your database or data. User underscore tables will give you all the tables which are created by the user and which are maintained by the user for a particular schema, right? And what is a data mart? Subset of your data warehouse that concentrates on a particular area of business. Okay, finance, sales, marketing. So everything is data warehouse itself. Data mart is just a logical separation of your tables. That's it. What is data mining? Technique. Data mining is nothing but searching for your data, relevant data. Okay. Data model is nothing but which is your foreign key, which is your primary key, how tables are joined, how objects are related. So all this is called a data model. Data cleansing is, if there is any unwanted data or anything, there is something called IDQ, informatica data quality IDQ, master data management MDM, all those. So what this does? Suppose say I am Chanakya and I am entering this one Pratap in one place, my first name in one place, my last name in one place. Okay. And what I am doing, I am entering 9738, my mobile number in one place. Suppose I have three SIMs, I will add one more number. So what is this master data management do? It takes true data, like whatever places you mostly given are commonly used. It can do that. It can give you that data. It stores in your warehouse. And data cleaning means if there is something which is obsolete or out of date, everything, this data quality will take care of that and it will remove it. Okay. So you can have proper data before you start with your reporting. So those things. Normalization is removing again duplicates, splitting it to atomic units, independent units, right? ODS, operational data source, you just maintain a different copy of your OLTP systems. Why? Because if you start doing all your transaction, all your select queries on your OLTP systems, it takes more time, right? So there will be a replica of your ODS. There will be a replica of your OLTP system called ODS, and you can take all your data from your ODS. Generally what happens, instead of doing that, some projects what we follow in the nights. So generally if it is a US client, US night time 12 o'clock, we start your ETL process that time. Your ETL goes for 6 or 7 hours. By the time it is in the morning their time again, ETL process would have completed. So warehouse will always contain data till yesterday. Your OLTP is correct. Even today, now, this second, if you are creating a record, it will be there in your OLTP system like that. But it will not be there in your warehouse system. Warehouse system, whatever is created till yesterday, everything is loaded through your ETL process on that day, and it will be available in your warehouse for reporting. So current day's data is gone. So that will come to tomorrow. Like that. So DW components, you have a staging area, and I'll show you this in diagram. Okay. You can just keep this in mind. No need. I'll just forward this PPT. You need not to worry. Okay. So I'll explain these concepts. Okay. So just have an idea on this. I'll show you how this. So ETL tools, there are different ETL tools. There is something called Informatica, which is most commonly known to everyone. Oracle Warehouse Builder, IBM Visual, ETI Extract, Cognos also can do. Okay, all this. There are a lot of tools, and OLAP server tools are also there. OLAP tools like your OBI, business objects, web intelligence, okay, Brio query, MetaCube, all this. Data warehouses, you have Informix, Teradata, DB2, Oracle, Sybase, Microsoft SQL Server, everything. Data mining, we have SAS, okay, for data mining and analysis tools. These are used by banking applications, very high, like whether for a particular area, whether do we need to give loans or not. So all those decisions will be taken by, you have something called CIBIL score and all this, right? So everything, statistics, everything is done through your SAS only. Okay. So those are high-end tools, we don't care. For us, OLAP tools are enough for reporting. Okay. So let me show you in a pictorial representation. So how exactly your OLTP and your ETL tools and everything comes into picture. So you have a OLTP system and you have an ETL middleware and you have a data warehouse, and after data warehouse comes your reporting schools. Data warehouse, it can be subdivided into data marts. On a higher level, I'm just telling you. So this is your OLTP. So this is an ETL process. So between your data warehouse and OLTP, data warehouse, okay. So in between your data warehouse and your OLTP, there will be one more thing called staging area, right? So you have generally similar format with underscore yes extension, okay. You have your OLAP tools here, maybe OBIEE or anything. So OLAP tools comes here, for example OBIEE, okay. Okay. So from OLTP, you get data using your ETL into staging area. You will populate your staging area. From staging area, you take it to data warehouse, and using your data warehouse, you generate your reports. So you have your, yeah, I'll tell you. Here you have your clients or users. Okay. So these guys will use your application. Okay. So OLTP, when I say OLTP, it may be a CML application or a SAP system, so on. And when I say ETL, I'll give you an example of Informatica here. That is enough. Okay, because Informatica is widely used tool here. Staging area and data warehouse. What is use of your staging area before loading your data into a warehouse? So suppose say, for example, I have a table like this. In warehouse, I have a table something like this. W person underscore D. So this W is a standardized table in BI apps. Okay, they will always append the table that they have provided with the w underscore, and if it is a dimension, if it should be used as a dimension, we append it with underscore d. If it is a fact, this will be underscore f. For staging area, it will be d if it is a dimension, and yes. So there will be one more thing called yes. Just this is a table naming convention, but what is the use? Use is like your staging area does not contain any history. First thing, it is just a database. So before entering into anything, like suppose you are entering a temple, before entering a temple, you have all the formalities, right? You will be ready, you will be taking bath, you will be washing your legs, all this, right? So you will be in a format how you need to enter a temple or something like this. You will change your mode, okay? Like this, OLTP will be very raw data. It will be coming from contacts, address per billing, different data. Wherever, many places it will be. So using your ETL, there is Informatica, you have source qualifier. There are 20, 30 plus transformations in Informatica. So source qualifier, edit, filter transformation, expression, update strategy, lot of transformations are there. So using your source qualifier, you write your select. Obviously, on any database, you have to write select to get data from any, whether a OLTP system or a OLAP system. Before loading your warehouse, you have to write a select query to get data from your source system. So that is called a source qualifier query. You get data. So before loading it to person D, you will remove all these unwanted things. And on daily basis, there will be incremental load and there is called a full load. So what is incremental load? I need not to run my W person D table, whatever is there till yesterday. It is already there. Do I need to create all the 1 crore records again? No. Whatever is newly created in your OLTP system, other than 1 crore contacts, suppose say if 1000 new contacts are coming in, only those 1000 new contacts will come to your staging area. From staging area, your warehouse will be loaded. So what do we call your Informatica? We call there are two different types of mappings. One is SDE mapping. Okay. So SDE mappings underscore you are mapping them. Suppose SDE underscore person dimension. For this, we will have one more mapping, SIL underscore person dimension. So what is SDE? Source dependent extraction. So you extract from source, you will put it in staging area. So SDA job is put till staging area. What is SIL job? Source independent load. Now everything is in your staging area. You need not to worry about your source until tomorrow again. Take it from staging area, dump it to your warehouse. So you are bringing data in a similar formats of your warehouse. So before having storing it in person D, yeah, which format, which number? Suppose I have 100 columns in source systems. I have only 50 columns here. After all the removing everything and all the calculations and everything. So I will have that transformations used, and I will keep that in staging area. And again from staging area to data warehouse, some more columns may get increased. But the main entity, the main concept is like you bring incremental data and keep the data in a similar format of your source. Okay, of your warehouse. Like now, your data warehouses may be anything. Again, Oracle, Teradata, DB2 or anything. So that's it. That may be anything. And here your OLAP tools, for example, I gave only OBIW. You can have multiple tools, SAP BO, ClickView, Tableau, Board, okay, all these tools. And users, they can start using your application. So generally, this OLTP system will be used again by different users. This OLAP warehouse is also used by users. So before users, there will be front-end application. So database is always backend. In between, you should have an application to display your data, right? Maybe in OLAP systems or OLTP systems. Just for displaying purpose, here you are using OBIEE, here it may be anything else. Main people will be users, here professional users, here normal, any users. Okay, like this. So this is just a basic idea or a complete flow, how your ETL comes into picture, where your warehouse is there. So as a developer, we are only discussing this. So we are not teaching. So this ETL is a different team who does this Informatica. Staging area till data warehouse, they will load you data. This part will be handled, right? This part will be handled by a front-end team. You call application developer. This part will be included by ETL team, ETL development. This part will be developed used by your OBI developer. So OBI developer job is use your warehouse, create your RPD, make users see their reports and dashboards. So here only your OBI developer role comes into picture. Okay. So this is where we are going to learn, not designing a warehouse and how to load and all this is Informatica. You should have an idea of all this. Informatica, just if you know how the data is getting loaded and all, it's very helpful for you. Even though you don't know anything, if you just a beginner of OBIW, you need not do everything. Warehouse is ready for you, table is ready. As a OBI developer, you can develop a report. That's it. So this part we will see how you should have your warehouse tables, that I'll tell you tomorrow, like dimensional modeling. Then I will explain you the architecture of OBIW. So when I say OBI developer role begins here, you should know how OBI actually is. Without architecture, you cannot see how you can report, how you can develop a report or RPD or anything. We'll see that. Then I will show you how to generate a report and dashboard. That is at the end of the session. Last, slowly everything comes up. Okay, so everything you can learn. So there are, again, this is just for your concept. There are some things called as MOLAP, HOLAP, ROLAP. OBI is ROLAP tool as well as it can report on cubes also. In this one, there is one system I forgot that. There is a financial management system. There they use cube and OBI. Okay, so cubes can be used. So what are cubes? ROLAP relation tables. You know about tables. And we use mostly OBI for table analysis only. We call it as relational OLAP, where everything is stored as a table. There are relations between the tables. We use it for analysis purpose. There is something called MOLAP, multi-dimensional OLAP. Okay, so and there is something called DOLAP also. DOLAP is for very small stores and all. You don't care. So I will tell you MOLAP. Okay, data is stored in multi-dimensional cubes. So what is a cube? Cube is a three-dimensional entity. Your table is 2D or 1D? 2D. You have a row, column. Like this, cube is a three-dimensional entity. You don't use Informatica to load cubes. Cubes are also daily loaded. Okay. There are separate scripts, and your Tableau can report both on tables and cubes. Tableau is a HOLAP tool. Your OBI also can do that, but OBI Hyperion, I think OBI Hyperion they use cubes, Hyperion cubes. But for all other purposes, we use OBI mainly for tables only. For table reporting only, we go with OBI double. Supports cubes, yes, it does support cubes. Okay, right? So mostly like this. This is just a theory part. You need not to worry much about this MOLAP, ROLAP, and all this. OBI concepts remain the same. So relational OLAP has some disadvantages. Mostly it is SQL. So obviously you can't expect better performance than Cube. Cubes are very fast. Okay. The same thing you can't expect, but cubes are limited. So it can only support 124 measures. There is some limitation of dimensions, because if it is 3D, obviously the complexity increases, right? So year, so suppose time you have, product you have, order you have, sales you have. So the complexity of loading a cube increases. It's not just like a table. So it has limitations. It can only accommodate so much. It can only accommodate so much. All these things. Okay. So HOLAP is combination of both. That's what I told you. Your Tableau can do both. It can start with a cube and enter into your table also for data analysis. Like okay, like this. So I'll share you this PPT. Don't worry. Once our tomorrow session is also completed. So just today we didn't discuss anything much. Okay, just to conclude, we saw what is a OLTP, what is a OLAP, why data warehousing is used. Okay, so just different flavors. That's it. Okay. Tomorrow we will see dimensional modeling. more important than this. Okay, so once data warehouse is ready, how your tables in data warehouse are present, then architecture. Okay, then you will start with your RPD development. Okay.